Jeff, did you take the Tesseract? Jeff, I need to know, did you take the Tesseract? Do you have it? So I finally watched Captain Marvel, and actually overall, I liked it. It wasn't like amazing. It wasn't the most groundbreaking thing that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I would say that it actually fell beneath Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Ant-Man, like a lot of those one-off. But I would put it it was definitely better than the first two Thor movies and the last two Iron Man movies. I would probably put it on par with Captain America, the First Avenger. Like, it was a good movie. It had some problems here and there, but overall it was just an entertaining, fun time. There's been so much controversy around this movie. I went in essentially with low expectations because Marvel is owned by Disney, as is Lucasfilms, and there has been a lot of like feminist themes like shoehorned in. Now, I have no problem with feminist themes. My wife's a feminist and that's fine. But it's like, do it like well. Don't do an Admiral Holdo. Don't have somebody make a really stupid and dangerous decision just to show that man. That's not like what Captain Marvel really wound up being at all. But there was a lot of skepticism, and it's really too bad because, you know, a lot of people, like I've been looking up online, a lot of people have boycotted this movie. It still did pretty well at the box office, but there are a lot of people out there who are like, nope, I'm not gonna go see this movie, like, I'm done with this. And it's really kind of a bummer because the movie wasn't that bad. You know what it is? It's sort of like the Watchmen movie, okay? Alan Moore had watched these people butcher like book after book after book. Like they butchered League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. They butchered V for Vendetta. I'll argue that I actually probably liked the movie V for Vendetta better than the graphic novel, but nevertheless, they strayed so far from the source material that by the time Watchmen came out, Alan Moore was sort of like, no, I don't even want my name on it. Like, I'm done with all of your crappy movies. And it's really too bad because it was almost as though Zack Snyder like went out of his way to make an almost page for page loyal adaptation of the book. It just really stinks. It's sort of like collateral damage. And that's kind of how I feel about Captain Marvel. And, you know, again, with the Admiral Holdo, like making the stupid decision just to show that man who's boss, like kind of a thing. It's like, that's not feminism, that's stupidity. This movie, Captain Marvel, incorporated feminist themes. It definitely did. Beautifully so. They were beautifully meshed in with the plot of the story. As far as Brie Larson is concerned, well, first of all, I don't find what she said that terribly offensive. Like I said, I think that over time people have just had enough, and Captain Marvel is the collateral damage, which is unfortunate. But as far as her as Captain Marvel, I mean, she was fine. Like, she does kind of like a furrowed eyebrow a little bit, a lot. She had like certain like kind of things that she went back to. I think her acting range might be a little bit limited, but like I'm not trashing her out. It bothered me about as much as like Christopher Lambert's Scottish accent in Highlander. Actually, I'd say Christopher Lambert was a little bit worse. It was an atrocious Scottish accent, but the movie was just so cool, and Christopher Lambert is such a weird, crazy dude with those like Cro-Magnon brows. I was just like, all right, you know what? So kind of the same thing. Like, I will say that the movie's biggest problem, I think, is the beginning, because it really kind of just throws you into things. You don't have much investment with the characters. There's a ton of exposition, and it's just like, now they're fighting these guys, and this is happening, and that's happening, and I'm sort of sitting here watching it like, you know, like I said, I went in with low expectations, but I was kind of like, all right, yeah, okay. Oh man, how much longer is left of this? The movie definitely starts off like, really, it just throws you right into this situation, and you don't have much investment in like these characters, so it's sort of like, you're almost left kind of feeling like, wait, what the hell's going on right now? I feel that upon second viewing, I won't feel that way anymore because the movie does explain things. It's completely confusing in the beginning, but it does like go to explain things. And that was deliberate, I think, because you are supposed to be sort of like experiencing things as Captain Marvel is, like, as she's, like, remembering, putting all the pieces together. And you know what? Not for nothing, it didn't totally work, but I will give them credit for trying to, like, do a different take on the origin of a superhero movie. Like, it didn't have the same formula that all the other ones did. And, I mean, you gotta give the writing team and the direction credit for, like, trying to give us something different. But, like, I kept watching, kept giving it a chance, and it definitely picked up. Like, when she arrives to Earth in the, 90s? Yeah, like, that That was great. And Samuel L. Jackson, they did such a great job with his face. I mean, not for nothing. They probably barely had to tweak it. That dude looks amazing considering he's probably like 70 plus years old. Some people didn't like the soundtrack. They thought that it was maybe a little too tongue-in-cheek or something. I didn't mind it. I mean, maybe it's just because like I grew up in the 90s. I loved the music in it. Brie Larson was, for the most part, pretty good. Samuel L. was really good. There was the aliens were good. The cat is amazing. I don't know. I want to talk about the cat a lot more, but I'm not gonna. Like, just see the movie. The cat is, in and of itself, a worthwhile feature. I really like how it ties in like a bunch of stuff, like where the Tesseract went, and like, yeah, you see Ronan from Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a different dude playing him, I think. Either that or his face looks really different. It kind of threw me off a little bit, but it was still kind of cool seeing him and just sort of knowing like, wow, man, they really like encapsulated like everything that they've been doing for the past 10 years. And essentially, yeah, I'm stoked for Endgame. I think that Marvel, for the most part, hit the nail on the head. I think that what they've done so far is just astounding. It's groundbreaking, and all other platforms of media are trying to, kind of copy it now. There's all these universes, even the Conjuring universe, the DC universe. Everything's a universe, even TV shows. Like, they're all starting to connect to one another now, and it's just brilliant. It really is a very groundbreaking thing, and so far, I mean, I would say that the entire universe as a whole is at like a 90%. It's like an A minus, like even factoring in some of the weaker films like the first Thor. Yeah, Captain Marvel, listen, don't get bogged down. If you're one of those people who's really agitated by all the like preachy BS that's been in movies so far, I'm here to tell you, me too. Captain Marvel's really not that bad. It really isn't. And the feminist themes that it incorporates into the movie, it doesn't feel like they forced them in. Like, it's very, it flows. There's like there's the theme of the movie, and then there's the underlying theme, and the two mesh very, very well. It's not an insult to your intelligence, and frankly, it's not an insult to women either. Like Admiral Holdo. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going back to that stupid bitch. It's Captain Marvel. If you get the chance, definitely check it out. It really is, it's not like phenomenal, but you'll have a good time. It's definitely an entertaining movie, and it's really not as bad as all the controversy has been kind of pointing to. Yeah, so go out, see it. If you like it, comment, let me know what you think, and that's all she wrote.